friends, it's Julie from Plan to Create, and today I would like to walk you through the process for how I print my photos directly from my phone onto sticker paper and slap them in my journal. It's super simple, I promise, because if it was a major hassle, I wouldn't do it. I'm way too lazy. So follow along and I'll share my steps. I'm going to put my phone right up over here so that you can kind of see what's happening on my screen as I walk you through this process. So the first step is to select your photos. I'm going to pop over here to my photos and look at my most recent shots. Since I'm selecting primarily from the most current photos that I have right here, this step is actually easy and I don't need to go through this, but I wanted to show you something that I have done in the past, and that is to go through and to favorite any photos that I might want to print. Like say I'm going through my photos and I know I want to print them, but I'm not at my printer. You know, you could do this while you're waiting for your kids at their soccer practice. You know, something that you kind of collect yourself, get your ideas going, come through, favorite any photos that you think you would like to include. I'm only going to do a handful today just to show you the process, so I think we're kind of done selecting those right now. Now that we have our photos selected, we just need to go to the app on my phone. This is called Print to Size. It's a free app that you can download from the App Store, and so you'll just go through and open that. I primarily print on 4x6 sheets on my little Epson PictureMate, but if you click at that bottom left kind of gear, you can see paper size. You have options, whatever works for you. If you want to print several photos, maybe you have a large project you're catching up on and you need to really dig in. I personally just kind of keep it fairly current, so I'm usually printing like a handful of little photos every week or every few days. So I work primarily in the 4x6. I usually don't remember to clear the page until I start my next project. Generally I open this up, it still has all the old photos. So I pop here, I clear the page, and it just zeroes everything out versus you going through and having to delete like every photo that you've selected. Okay, so now we're just going to pick our photos, and there's two ways to go about this. Like I said, my photos are all really just right here handy, but if you had gone through and collected all of your favorites, like I had mentioned before, you'll pop over to collections there, to favorites, and they should be right there handy for you to add. I think I am going to delete that one, and I actually want to add this one, I forgot. So we're going to kind of start in on this. I simply drag this here with my finger, and then you'll see some tools. The little triangles will actually cut and crop, and I am wanting to trim off that little text that I had added in my Instagram stories. I'm going to crop a little from the top as well, maybe not that much. I'm going to resize this here to like about that size. Drag it up to that corner. I'm going to do this guy up over here, and because I want them to fit together, that one needs to get a little bit narrower. There, that'll work. This one, I want to point out, in my book that I'm actually working in, I've already printed some photos from this week, and I really just have this tiny little space, but I do want to include that shot because we had a friend join us at our son's rugby game, and I want to include her in this page. So I have like literally 1.5 inches. So that's just something I wanted to point out to you. It's so easy to resize your photos here to be exactly the size that you need. I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller, and I'm going to just tuck it up here with these guys. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out at this point is I do like to print stickers with the same method, and so I will like save a JPEG or something that I find on Pinterest, say. You can drag that into your photos, and I add them into a collection, into an album, basically called Print These. So I'm going to come through here and I'm going to snag this little bird. I think it's cute and I want to include it on this. I don't necessarily have a plan for it in my pages exactly, but it's kind of fitting in with my April capsule here, kind of birds and some of the colors. So I am going to include it. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here. And then actually I want to gear all my pictures towards the top of this so that I can cut and have the most sticker paper left over for my next shot. You're going to understand that better in a second. But that means I'm going to take this photo and I'm going to rotate it here, and I'm going to make it the same width as the one above, so it's a nice clean cut when I go to cut these, and leave this guy here. Actually, I am going to go ahead and move this one up, so it's not going to be as easy to cut, but it'll be fine. Okay, and then the simplest thing now is just literally to push the little printer on the side. You get to select the printer that you want to go to. You can see there the Epson PM400 is the printer of my choice. And then I just
click print.
I'm not super picky about the quality of my photos. If you chose right now, you could print directly onto a 4x6 like photo paper, really nice quality, totally an option for you. For me, I love the ease of printing onto stickers. I love to peel, slap them on my pages, and be on my way. So I use this vinyl sticker paper or Avery clear paper interchangeably for printing my photos. Lately, I've been kind of gravitating towards this. But whenever I pull out a piece, you can see here the sticker, it says front side, and it's really hard to tell the difference between the two. So as soon as I pull out a piece, I always take a marker and I just scribble on the back so that no matter what, I'll be able to see, like, this is the back side. Don't try to print or use that side. These come letter size, but I feed them through my printer as if they're 4 inches wide. I pretend that it's a 4x6 photo. So I'm gonna trim these down by making 2 simple cuts. First, I trim to 8, so trimming off a 1/2 inch, not too much waste, and then to 4. And these are what I feed directly into my printer. I'll show you in just a second here.
Okay, so forgive me if this is a little shaky, but I am just trying to show you. I do have my printer right here on the bottom row of my desktop. It's accessible for what I need it, but it's not taking up precious space either. So you'll see that I'm adding this larger 11x4 sheet, and I'm going to lie. It's going to say 4x6, confirm? Yep. And it doesn't know any better. Okay, so I think that the quality is great for what I am trying to do. You could definitely use real photo paper. Epson sells its own, or you could get a nice quality and print larger 4x6 photos through this same machine and method, but this is just what I prefer to do.
I usually pull this little guy out to cut my photos, and this is the beauty I'm talking about. I'm gonna come along here and just cut up very tightly against that last edge. And then I have this whole sheet that I can refeed through my printer. So say I only print like 2 photos that are only a couple inches long next time, then I can even send it a 3rd time through my printer. Okay, so the best part is that it's been a few minutes of work, hardly anything, and now I'm ready to throw some stickers here on my pages. This is the little spot that I had saved, and I haven't done any journaling on here yet or added any embellishments really. But getting the photos down, honestly, is such a huge part. So this feels like most of the work is done, and then it's just fun little detail stuff. If I flip over here, I have added 1 photo there, but I have a couple of photos to include from this time frame too. And I honestly don't give a ton of thought to this. Like, these are not meant to be like super well designed pages. If you take a glimpse back here to see kind of what I do in this book, you'll see it's usually pretty chaotic and eclectic. I'm not trying to make, you know, gorgeous layouts here. I'm honestly just trying to record little snippets of my life. And I will say, don't wait for those perfect photos. Take the little photos that show the little details, print them out, slap them in your books, and record the real life that you live, not the one that you're waiting to have be super special and only on great occasions. I'm gonna save room here for some type of a week number, so I don't want to get too close there. So I think I will include this here, and we'll come back and journal that another time. This little bird is so cute. It could totally go right there. It's just fun. I'll kind of set it out here, and eventually it will probably find a spot on these pages.
Now that I'm finished, I can click this little gear in the bottom left, and I'm actually remembering to do it right now versus when I start my next project. Clear the page, and voila, it's ready to go for next time. I also can go back through to my photos and unfavorite those. I don't need those to be favorited anymore because I don't need them to pull up to the top. Favoriting is a lot more important if you're digging through like older photos, like maybe you're collecting all your photos from Halloween's past, you know, and you want to print them all at once. Well, that would be the simplest way to do, is to favorite all of them, and so that when you pull them up, you don't have to dig through to 2022, 2023. So that's kind of, it doesn't showcase the reason of doing that as well right here, right now. But it does have times when it comes in really handy.
I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you guys can see how simple the process really is, because this is one of those areas where I could get bogged down really easily and just like, oh, forget it, never mind, I don't want to bother. But this made it so simple for me that I really couldn't put it off anymore. So I hope the same is for you, and I hope that you give it a try. Let me know if it works for you. Hope you get a chance to do something creative today, and until next time, take care.